Greetings everyone. Just wanted to share my latest watercolor with you. This is December 31st, 2023, the last day of the year. We're finishing off 2023 with this painting of an outhouse actually. And what's interesting about, tell you a story about it. This outhouse, this painting is actually from a photo that I took of this outhouse that is actually inside of a garage. So it's a three-seater. So there's actually one, and then two, and then three. These two lids are down, and then this lid was up. When I come by and took a look at this place, it was in a corner of a garage, like I said, and it was in a museum that my wife's. The museum is in my wife's grandfather's honor. His name was Swift Lathers. You can look him up online. And he's an interesting character. He wrote the world's smallest newspaper. So we took a tour of the museum, which is actually his home and garage. The city of Mears turned it into a museum. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this painting and what all went into it and about how long it took me. It took me about 30 hours. It's just want to go a little bit of detail. I went ahead and did some splattering in here and the woodwork, and of course, you know, the brown wood and the gray with some blue in it. And of course my signature. And then, you know, there was a nail up there, and this wood here was really cool because this is got some nice effects I put in it. And I'll have to show you in another video how I do all that. But it's tucked away in this corner. There was an old book. I'm not sure what the book was. It almost looked like a phone book to me, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe they used the pages of the book to clean themselves, or maybe just to read while they were in there. I'm not sure. I noticed that there was papers that were stuffed in between the cracks of the wood panels there, the wood boards. So I thought that was a cool thing that they did back then. And then there was no door on this at all. It was just an open little area, and you can just walk right on in there from the garage. So anyways, that's how that looks, and I'm pretty pleased how it turned out. I want to talk to you about the number one, the colors I used. I used a Van Dyke Brown. These are all Daniel Smith colors. I used Payne's Gray, Burnt Umber, Yellow Ochre, and Indanthrone Blue. I used those primary, and I think I used a little bit of neutral tint, just a little bit. Anyways, so those were the colors I used. I'll share with you the brushes I used. There's not very many brushes I do use. Trying to see what I did with my brushes. Oh, here they are. All right. This first one is my squirrel brush. My squirrel hair. I'll put it there where you can see it. It holds a lot of water. I use this for like large areas. Dugato makes it. It is a 0. I've got 3 of these, and they go larger than this, but I use this one for this particular paint. It has a very nice point on the end of it, and it holds a lot of water. So I like using that for large areas. I've got another brush here. It's just a regular small round. It's a number 3 round. It's made by Summit, and it's one of my go-to brushes. Like when I want to like fill an area like this here in rather quickly, that kind of thing. Then I've got my specialty, what I call my specialty brush. This is a Master's Touch. It's actually a script liner. You can tell it doesn't hold a lot of water, but if you look here, I'll try to do it like this. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, on the end, it curves right at the very end, almost like a little hook. I did that. I did that because that gives me where I can sign my name. It helps me reach in corners, like real tight corners, like right in here. Helps me with that. So I did that to it, and that's what I use for that. And the last brush I use is a fan brush, just a very short, not a very big fan brush. I use that for my wood grains. I can put this here and do my wood grains like that. That kind of thing. So, anyways, in my script liner, I use this a lot to lift colors up. If I want to have a highlight, like right here, here's a really good example. Right here, I wet this brush, right here and right here, and I just take clean water and put it in there, and just kind of pull that paint back up, just rub on that, and I'll take a tissue and just kind of lift that up, and then that comes up like that. It gives a real nice highlight. I did that in several places in this painting as well. So I'm pretty pleased how it turned out. This will be hopefully on display in the new year. We'll be putting it up at Ludington Area Center for the Arts, along with some other pieces. But I've got to name this one still. I'm still considering naming it. Haven't come up with a name yet. But anyways, that's it. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer them. And if you have any suggestions or like to know a little more about this place, just put it in the comments, and I can tell you all about it. But anyways, that's it for now. Happy New Year to you, and looking forward to a 2024. Thank you.